Desert Valley Blitz Coach's Corner edition. And today we've got a real exciting guest. We always try and bring on the brightest minds in the Coachella Valley of football, and today's no exception because today we've got Palm Springs head coach Daryl Gore joining the show today. Hi, Coach. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in, man. We've been trying to get you for a while, and we finally locked you in, so we're happy to have you, man.
He's a busy guy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
you got a lot to do.
That's what happens when you're undefeated, right?
Yeah.
So, Coach, we wanted starting with the beginning. We want to hear about your journey with this game. I know you've affected a lot of young men's futures in this game, but where did your journey with this football game start?
Actually, I started coaching back in '92. Pop Warner.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that out here? John Downs football?
Yeah.
Wow. So
we're too old. We're too old.
Was it the Bears? Or was it the Bears
no,
out
it
there?
was called the Redskins.
Oh, Redskins.
Yeah.
I remember them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I started there. You know, my cousin asked me to come out. He had a team.
Okay.
One of the teams. It was 10 to 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He asked me to come out and came out and had some fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. You know, I always liked sports.
Right.
And I coached with him 2 years. 2 years doing that. Then it took a little time. I had some guys I went to school with was coaching at the high school.
Okay.
And I was like, man, how can I get to do that? You know, come over and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, you know, if you got time, you know, we'll talk to the coach and everything. So time went by a little bit, and I ended up getting a job at the high school.
Perfect.
So I got the job, and then they had a coach. That the coach was there. And now I'm just working. You know, I'm trying to figure everything out. And then the next year, that probably that spring, the coach is like, what you think about coming on the staff? I heard that you could coach a little bit. From guys I went to school with that was coaching with him.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, you know, I like that. You know, yeah.
Who was the head coach?
He ended up getting fired.
Oh,
Hannes.
Okay.
Hannes, his name was Hannes. He ended up getting fired that time. And then Coach Fabian got hired.
Legend, Coach
Yeah.
Fabian. That guy's
Shout
a
out to
legend.
Coach Fabian.
So with Coach Fabian, his first year, he's like, won't you come out and we'll give you a few kids to yell at a little bit. And I said, oh, okay, Coach, I'll wait. That was his first year, and I was like, I'm still trying to get my feet wet on my work, what I'm doing. So I didn't coach his first year. And then the next year I asked him, I said, Coach, I think I can help when we come out. And he's like, okay, well, won't you be the JV coach? And I said, yeah. So that's where I started with him, JV coach. It's funny because me and Coach Brown, my defense coordinator now, he was a JV coach.
Another
he
legendary,
was
coach out here.
You know, and another guy, and it was us three. And we did that for about 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years, us three together. And then I moved up to varsity, started coaching running backs, you know, but then I was still coaching JV a little bit.
2 games a week for you then.
Yeah.
I know how hard that is sometimes.
It used to be like that Thursday practice, I'm at varsity, and hey, now I got to shoot to get to the JV game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because
I remember those days.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot.
I remember those days.
So, did that for a couple years until, I want to say 2006. 2006, my son was coming to the high school then.
Okay.
And I told Coach Fabian, I want to go down and coach freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. So he let me go down and coach him as a freshman. I did freshman ball that year. And then after that, I went back up to varsity and been on his staff, coached with him, Coach Fabian. Learned a hell of a lot from him.
I bet.
You know, and then Coach Murph, after Fabian retired,
Another great coach.
Murph got the job. Me and Coach Murph went to school together.
Oh, really?
So he was one of the guys.
He was one of the guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So he's asked me, you going to stay on? And I said, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I coached with him for his time.
Great coach.
Varsity, yeah.
Yeah.
And then once he did 11 years, 11 years, then he's like, I'm about to hang it up. And I thought my coaching football career was done.
Yeah,
you know?
all right. I'll hang it up too.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I was like, okay, I guess we're not gonna be coaching football no more. But then kids was like, hey, are you going to try for the head coach? And I'm like, I don't know. Hey, let's try. Why don't you try? The kids was just talking and talking. Then I talked to some of the guys on the staff, and then we was like, hey, we try for the head job. We can keep the staff together.
Yeah.
You know, so a couple of us applied for the job. I ended up getting it. You know, I didn't reach out to do this as head coach.
Was it never your intention to be a head coach? Or is that something?
Not football, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Not football. Huh?
Really? Now, I love the game.
That's interesting.
I love the game. Tell you, I coach other sports too.
At the high school, right?
Yeah, I coach basketball.
Okay. And another Powerhouse program.
Yeah, I coach basketball. I've been coaching basketball for about 20 years too. So I coach with
2 head coaches jobs.
Dennis Zink. I coached with him when he came and got the job, and he needed some help. And my son was there and came as a freshman, and I started helping the freshmen a little bit. He's like, "Hey, I need you to coach my JV team." I said, "All right." So I coached the JV team, and then he's like, "Hey, you gonna come help me on the varsity team that next year?"
This is for basketball.
Yeah. So I had been with him. So when he ended up retiring, he ended up retiring because he got a AD's job, and they couldn't coach and be there.
Yeah, they made that rule. Yeah.
You know, I applied for the basketball job. Yeah.
Really? So that was what your real intention was, huh?
I applied for the basketball job. I didn't get it, you know. Guy got it, good coach Chris Howard. He got the basketball job, you know, and then he asked me to stay on with him. So I said, yeah, I'll stay on because I love basketball too, you know. So I've been coaching there basketball with him ever since.
Do you still coach basketball?
Yeah, I still coach basketball.
Day? Wow.
So that's my little break.
The hardest working man in sports right here, man. Because a head varsity coach, that's a year-round job.
That's a big job.
It is.
I mean,
he lets me do my football stuff.
Okay.
You know, just I do my football stuff probably to about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock every day. Then I go to basketball practice.
Wow.
That's the fun.
And then I don't have to make no decisions on basketball.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm still doing the football stuff after basketball practice. Games, I'm there, you know, traveling a little bit with basketball, but I'm with the kids football-wise, you know, still during that season.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it's a little break for me.
Yeah.
A little break.
So coaching basketball is a break from you.
Yeah.
I just told you you're a coach at heart, man. I don't think you're ever gonna not be a coach.
Man, I try. Like I coached baseball for a while too.
Really?
And so it was at one point I was coaching all 3 sports.
Yay.
And I'm like, okay. And I kept telling everybody. It was funny. People would ask, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna give up basketball because I love baseball too." That was tell you the truth, that was my thing, baseball.
Growing up, baseball was your sport?
Growing up, yeah. And I always said, because I had some good coaches when I was younger, and I always said, I'm going to be a baseball coach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I like coaching baseball because you can control the game as a coach, you know. So I coached baseball, and I was like, well, I'm going to give up basketball, get a little break, football. Now, I was just an assistant football coach. Mm-hmm. And people, I was like, I thought you was going to give up basketball. Yeah, but Zink won't let me give it up, you know. So it was hard. I was much younger then.
Yeah.
It was hard going from football to basketball to baseball. Then right after baseball, we in spring football.
Yeah.
Year round.
I mean, that's year round. You don't ever get to take a vacation. Does your wife want to kill you at this point? Because you ever took on a vacation? And
No, I didn't have no vacation.
Yeah.
I used my vacation time at the start of football season.
There you go.
I take my break from work.
That's it.
But we have football practice and everything.
Yeah. You're a lifer, man.
So no, we never went on no vacation.
I mean, coached a lot of kids over the years, I bet.
Oh, a lot. A lot.
Yeah, 3 sports. I mean, thousands of kids.
That's awesome.
That's what I tell people sometimes. I forget names because so many names in my head.
Right.
But I love when they come back.
Yeah.
You know, come back and say hello.
Yeah, because Palm Springs got a history, man. Like you guys stick together, and like a lot of you guys on your staff are former players.
Yes,
that used to play at the school, so it's kind of a beautiful thing,
And the
man. Because
staff's
you,
been together
yeah,
for-
I mean, your
for-
quarterback right now is a legendary kid. His father was a legendary player in our generation, Mr. Bishop Miller. And now his son comes back and leads you guys. It's just, it's kind of a beautiful tradition that you guys have going over there, man.
This is a lot. I have a few kids that I've coached their dads. You know,
that's awesome.
I have four coaches on my staff that I coached.
Really? So they're directly from your tree.
Yeah.
They're just your extension of you.
Exactly.
You know, basically.
They went to college and did their thing and come back and won. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's and that's why you guys are successful, I think. It's because they know the tradition.
Yeah.
Right? They know what they expected.
That's the thing.
And if you grow up in that tradition and the expectations are just there. Like you don't have to like build it. It's already there. Looking to upgrade your home? Tile Designs by Fina is your one-stop destination for beautiful flooring, hard surfaces, and countertops. From timeless design, modern styles, they've got the perfect look for every room. Stop by today and transform your space with Tile Designs by Fina. Let's design together. Tired of payroll headaches? iPay Solutions is your local payroll and HR partner right here in the Coachella Valley. From direct deposits to compliance, we handle the details so you can focus on growing your business. iPay Solutions, local, reliable, and built for your success.
Got dirty carpets, tile, or furniture? Trust the Carpet and Tile Care Company, your family-run experts. We bring sparkle back to your home with top-notch cleaning services, reliable, affordable, and eco-friendly. Call us today. We can be reached at carpetcarrot.co. Phone number 760-773-5882.
Yeah, they know it. They know it. And then we always get kids to come back and talk to the kids, about playing for Palm Springs.
That's bad.
So that helps. That helps out a lot.
Yeah. So the tradition just fuels the next generation.
Try to, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Then I get kids that I don't even know. I mean, kids I've just meet, come and play. Oh, you know my uncle. My uncle played. Yeah. I'm like, well, who is your uncle? Had a guy that played for us in 2009. His nephew was playing for us. And he told me one day, he's like, you know my Uncle Sergio? I said, what's Sergio? And he's Ruiz. I said, yeah. He played nose guard for us, Yeah, that's my uncle. I said, oh. And then his uncle came out to practice last week.
See.
Hadn't seen him in a long time.
You recognize him once you seen him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes the names you're like, it's been a lot of names, but when you see a face,
it is some.
Right?
It is some. And I get people that come exercise around the high school, the track and stuff. And I can't remember their names, but they, Coach, this is a couple people I say, okay, what year?
Takes a minute, huh?
Yeah. What year?
Place that face.
At school?
Yeah.
Then they tell me. Then it comes back to me.
Well, you kind of, so you weren't expecting to really be a football head coach, right? You've been an assistant for, like almost 15 years, and now you're the head guy. What was the main adjustment that you had to make going from, that assistant that every kid loved and wanted to be around to having to be the head guy and make every hard decision? Like, what was the biggest adjustment for you going into that, filling that head coaching job?
The biggest adjustment. When Murph was coaching, I was assistant. I helped him out quite a bit. I did a lot of.
So he was grooming you, kind of. He's kind of grooming you for.
He was grooming me,
but you had a pretty good idea of the dilemmas that head coaches face, right?
I had a lot, because he kept me up on everything,
right?
And I helped him with a lot of stuff. So I knew a lot of stuff once I got the head job. The biggest part was. Now I don't have me.
Oh yeah, to lean on. To take half the work.
I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
You had to do everything.
Have that guy.
You had to do everything.
I'm doing both. I'm doing everything, and I'm like, I gotta find a guy.
You gotta find a guy.
Yeah. So that was kind of like the biggest thing. And my line coach, Mo Barragon, he played for us. He's another guy I coached too. He played for us back in 2005 and stuff, and he always messed. He's like, Coach, you done got soft. He's like, what? He's like, yeah. I remember when you was just an assistant, I used to be scared of you. You done got soft. And I'm like, well, I'll have to deal with parents now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, I wasn't the guy that the parents had to answer to the parents.
Yeah, you weren't out in front with the parents like when you were an assistant, right?
That's right. Yeah. So now I got to walk a little thinly a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's like the biggest change.
Yeah, I mean, you're the guy when nobody else can solve the problem. Guess who the problem comes to? The head coach.
Yeah.
Right.
I get those phone calls and those text messages and all that.
Dealing with all kinds of stuff that got nothing to do with football.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's
that you would think.
You guys are 8-0 this year. Was there any changes coming into this year? Did you change anything, or you just kept the recipe the same, and the kids just kind of bought in and figured it out?
Well, we changed from how we worked out from the summer.
Okay.
Yeah, we changed that a little bit. You know,
and passing league a little bit.
A little bit more work.
Okay.
A little bit more work. Like we got beat up last year.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
All right. So you made an emphasis to get in that weight room.
Got in the weight room a lot more. You know, and then togetherness.
Yeah.
That was one of the big things for them to become a family.
Yeah.
To come together.
Put that hard work in early. Suffer together.
So, you know, you talk to kids here and there and the last couple of years, and I didn't think it was last year, the year before, but last year too, a little separate. Kids a little separate.
Yeah.
So, and it gets to where like the lineman is separated from the skill guys.
Yeah.
Guys that just play defense is separated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so our biggest thing was bring everybody together.
Bring them together.
As a team.
Well, it showed.
Yeah.
So
that was, and we still preach that to this day.
Yeah.
Started in the weight room though. Yeah.
So that was the biggest change.
Yeah, because it's basically the same team, right? I mean, pretty much.
Same staff.
Same staff, same team.
We were just
same
about the
stars.
same team.
Yeah.
We, like I said, we senior loaded this year because all the guys was juniors last year.
Yeah.
We had a few guys that come out.
Yeah, injury bug hit you last year.
Yes,
I remember that. But
so half our team, a little bit more than half our team are seniors. So it's basically the same team.
Yeah.
We just lost a few guys. All our skill guys are the same.
Yeah.
We lost the line last year.
Okay.
We lost the line. Our lineman we have 2 guys from the line last year.
Well, it don't show. Those guys are moving people.
Plug and play, man.
Yeah.
Plug and play.
My line coach, he does a great job.
He's doing a great job.
He does a great job.
You guys ran the ball great last week. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was
Thank you.
fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Any mentors that you haven't mentioned? Because we all have, mentors and guys that kind of shaped our coaching philosophies. Who would you point to as somebody that really it was a couple people, and you may have mentioned them already, but
the ones I mentioned, they was guys I've got a lot from.
Right.
Got really a lot from that. They kind of mold me. But I have a cousin that they played in the football in the league.
Okay.
So every now and then I give him a call and hey, how can I work with this situation?
Right.
You know, hey, how we do this. And he coaches now down in Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, he coaches down in high school.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's a lot different down there.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
But they take it seriously down
but
there.
he
Man.
tells me what they can do, what they do. And, I try to implement some of the stuff a little bit down here. Some things we can't do that they do down there. But so I lean on him quite a bit. I'll give him a call.
Yeah, that's awesome to have that resource,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was going to say.
And
Great
he's a coach,
resource.
so he feels your pain, man.
Yeah.
Right? We all feel each other's pain
That's
when we
it.
try to
That's it.
coach these young men to act as a team. It's not the easiest job.
It's like 100 different problems.
Yeah, man.
Trying to get it all to one.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So we always like to ask our coaches, we want to kind of build a roadmap for the younger guys coming up. That's kind of important in the show. So what advice would you give to maybe a young coach or somebody thinking about getting in the profession that wants to be where you're at right now as a head coach of a very traditionally winning program? What advice would you give them coming up?
Biggest thing for me is all kids are different. I get it from some people that, hey, you treat them all the same. You can't treat them all the same because everybody has a different background. You never know what's going on at home.
Right.
So just really listen. Listen to them. Kids want to work.
Yeah.
Kids want to work.
Yeah.
they want to please. Sometimes they just don't know how. So about the biggest thing is listen to the kids.
Yeah.
Listen to the kids, and you'll figure out how to treat this person and this person.
Yeah.
They treat them all the same.
Yeah. You got to be like part psychologist, man.
I love that.
You got to know
Yeah.
who.
It's funny 'cause
Yeah.
I told probably my athletic director and his secretary. I talk to them all the time, and I said I need to hire a psychologist on my staff. That's
You really do.
Yeah.
serious because I've had to have some talks with some.
Well, it makes sense. They are all different. They learn different.
Yeah.
You know, they execute differently.
Sometimes you learn more than what you want to know from some of them. You
Yeah.
know, family life wise.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They just need an ear sometimes.
Yeah. And it's up to us as coaches to figure out what kind of way to approach them. And I think that's why you're successful, because you're doing a good job. Some kids need a pat in the back, and some kids you need to yell. It just depends on the kid. And you're right.
Sometimes they don't respond to that.
Some people don't respond to yelling, and you got to know that as a coach of what you can do and what you can't do.
Exactly.
So I mean that's a great little tidbit right there.
That's good advice.
Yeah, good advice, because I think we could take that into life as well.
Yeah,
as
100%.
people that are training the youth, not every kid's going to react to yelling. And not every kid is going to react to being the nice guy either. So that's something
don't affect them.
You got to figure it out.
Yes.
Well, Coach, you're fast becoming a legend in this valley, man. 8-0. We're all going to be rooting for you this year, man. We know your time is limited, so we want to thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me. Guys.
All right. Well, so if you guys found some value in that, you know the routine. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you next time on Desert Valley Blitz.
Thank you.